Hi, room 153. We are here to read our newest edition of the News2You. This week it's about thanking hospital workers. That's because a few days ago we had our National School Nurse Day and we had Nurses Week. So the story this week is going to be all about thanking the hospital workers. Thanking hospital workers. Hospital workers are very busy now. Many people are sick with the coronavirus. Hospital workers are helping sick people become healthy. Hospital workers work in hospitals. People who are very sick may go to hospitals. People who are hurt may go to hospitals too. People who are sick or hurt need help. Hospital workers can help these people. Hospitals have many kinds of hospital workers. A hospital worker may be a doctor, a nurse, a therapist, an aide, or a pharmacist. Hospital workers do many things. A hospital worker may do surgery, take a temperature, give medicine, and more. Hospital workers include janitors and cafeteria workers too. Janitors make hospitals clean. A clean hospital can help people be healthy. Yeah, this way we don't spread any germs, right? It's so important to have someone who keeps the area clean. Cafeteria workers cook food in hospitals. Eating good food can help people be healthy. All hospital workers are important. People can thank hospital workers anytime. A good time to thank hospital workers is National Hospital Week. National Hospital Week is May 10th through May 16th in 2020. This week celebrates hospital workers. People can do things to thank hospital workers. People can make cards, send emails, and write letters. People can send food to hospitals. Hospital workers can enjoy the food. People can thank hospital workers on social media too. They can say why hospital workers are important. People can share pictures and videos. They can share stories about hospital workers. People can use #myhospital in their posts. So you might be able to tell a story about a time you might have had to go to the hospital and all the wonderful care and help that you received from everyone there. They would love to hear that. It's like a nice way to say thank you for all the help and the care that you received to make you better if you've ever had to go to the hospital. If you haven't had to go to the hospital, making a video or a card or an email would also just be nice because they work really hard to keep everyone safe. Cities across the U.S. have hospitals. Many hospital workers are very busy now. They are helping people sick with the coronavirus. Many people are thanking hospital workers. How can you thank a hospital worker? So the story kind of talked about some ways we can thank hospital workers. We can make cards, we can write emails, we can make signs, we can chalk on our driveway saying thank you to all the hospital workers. So this way if they drive by your house, they can see all of your work. Hospital workers. Hospital workers work in hospitals. Hospital workers help people feel better. Hospital workers use many tools to help people. These tools include stethoscopes. That's the thing that they put in their ear and they listen to your heart. They use thermometers. That's used to take your temperature. Shots and bandages and more. Hospitals. Hospitals are in cities around the world. Hospitals have rooms with hospital beds. Hospitals have waiting rooms and emergency rooms. They have X-ray machines, which take pictures of the inside of your body to make sure everything is okay. Medicine, MRI machines, which is kind of like an X-ray machine, but it takes even better pictures of inside your body. Wheelchairs, and more. Knock, knock. Who's there? Weak. Weak who? We can thank hospital workers. I have a joke. Tell me, what do you give a sick pig? I don't know. What? Ointment. All right. So now we are on the game page where we are going to choose the pictures from each row that are not from our story, thanking hospital workers. For row 1, we have janitor, X-ray machine, ladybug, and sick. So, the janitor, although he's not a doctor or a nurse, or she, can work in the hospital to keep it clean. That keeps everyone healthy if all the germs are cleaned up. So they work in the hospital. They are one of the workers we need to thank. An X-ray machine we just talked about takes the pictures of inside and looks at your bones to make sure everything is good. And sick, well, when you're sick, you might need to go to the hospital. So for row 1, the one that's not about hospital workers is the ladybug.
Ladybug.
For row 2, we have waterfall, hospital workers, stethoscope, and busy. So the story is called Thanking Hospital Workers, so we know that's in the story. A stethoscope was one of the things that we just talked about that a doctor may use to examine you. That's the thing that they use to check your heartbeat. And busy. This story talked about how nurses and doctors and all the hospital workers right now are super busy taking care of people who may have the coronavirus. But this story definitely did not mention any waterfalls.
Waterfall.
All right, row 3. Hurt, dinosaur, healthy, and doctor. All right, if you're hurt, you might need to go to the hospital to have someone take care of you. So that's definitely in our story. Healthy. They talked about how doctors and nurses and janitors and the cafeteria workers who serve the healthy food are all there to help you be healthy when you're at the hospital. And a doctor is one of the people who works at a hospital. And since we don't have dinosaurs anymore, this definitely was not mentioned in our Thanking Hospital Worker story.
Dinosaur.
Row 4, carver, hospital, aid, and thank. Hospitals are what our story is about because we're thanking our hospital workers. An aide is someone who works in a hospital. They help the doctors and the nurses take care of the patients. The one in the picture here is seen pushing someone in a wheelchair. And thank. This is all about different ways we can thank the hospital workers. But there's nothing in our story about a carver.
Carver.
All right, and the last row, help, important, nurse, and cartoon movie. We talk about how all the workers in the story are helping others. So we know that help is in the story. Important, these are all important people who help take care of us, and it's important to thank them. And then a nurse is another worker at the hospital. So for the last row, we did not talk about cartoon movies.
Cartoon movie.
Okay, and now we're on to the review page. Question number 1, what is this paper about? Sharing happiness, thanking hospital workers, or Irwin family helps animals? This one was about thanking hospital workers.
Thanking hospital workers.
All right, number 2, who are helping sick people become healthy? Hospital workers, construction workers, or lawyers? Well, while these people are all very helpful to us in different ways, the ones that help us become healthy are the hospital workers.
Hospital workers.
Number 3, where do hospital workers work? clothing stores, restaurants, or hospitals? Well, we know this one. They work in the hospitals. Number 4. What is May 10th to May 16th? National Hospital Week, National Library Week, or Shark Week? Well, all of those are different weeks that we have throughout the year. May 10th to May 16th is National Hospital Week.
National Hospital Week.
That's why we are taking the time to read this story about thanking hospital workers. Number 5. What may hospital workers give to sick people? Pets, tickets, or medicine? Well, I believe if you're going to see a doctor or a nurse, they're probably going to give you some medicine. Number 6. Who is not a hospital worker? Cafeteria worker, principal, or nurse? Well, we know a nurse works in a hospital because they work to take care of you. They talked about in the story how cafeteria workers work in the hospitals in the cafeteria. They serve food to keep you healthy.
Cafeteria worker.
Number 7. What would a person go to the hospital to have fixed? A broken nail, a bad hair day, or a broken bone? Well, we certainly would not go to a hospital if we had a bad hair day. We would just realize that's a small problem and keep going throughout our day. We do not need help to fix that one. A broken nail? Well, even if it's broken really far down and hurts a lot, we would probably just put a Band-Aid on it and wait for it to feel better. We probably don't need anyone to help us from a hospital for that one. But a broken bone, absolutely we would go to the hospital for that one. We would need to go have our picture taken with the x-ray machine, and then the doctor would have to work with us to help fix our broken bone.
Broken bone.
Number 8. What might a cafeteria worker use in a hospital? An oven, a stethoscope, or an x-ray machine? Well, cafeteria is where we get the food, and the only one of these helpful tools that have to do anything with food is an oven. Because a stethoscope, remember we said that listens for our heartbeat, and an x-ray machine takes pictures of our bones to make sure everything's okay. So the cafeteria worker would use the oven.